All right, Joe Klecker, after the 10 here in San Juan Capistrano, your second here a year ago.
Yep.
And a little further back today, but similar time, right?
Yeah.
27:09?
Yeah, I think just about a second or two slower, but a lot further back.
How are you feeling about the performance tonight?
Yeah, actually pretty good. Coming into this race, I actually haven't run much the last 2 to 3 weeks. I had a little bit of a hiccup, and so to push as hard as I did, I was really happy with that. Obviously, you want 27 minutes, but that's a really fast time, and I thought I could do it. But the last 2 to 3 weeks, I've only been running maybe 30 miles a week in cross training, just because I had a little bit of a hiccup, and so healthy now though, feeling like that was the biggest plus to this weekend, and in coming to California here, the last few days, felt back to 100% health and ready to hit the ground running for the Olympic trials.
Nice. What was it that you were dealing with?
Yeah, I had a bit of adductor strain coming. I mean, I don't know if you saw my Millrose race, it was pretty bad. I had a bit of an adductor strain, and so kind of trained through it, and it didn't get too much worse. And then about 3 weeks ago, just went and got an MRI to see what was going on. I had kind of had some high adductor tendinopathy and a little bit of a stress reaction in my pelvis, and so I really just had to run on the Ultra G and do cross training for about 2 to 3 weeks, and back to feeling great now. I think that I was able to avoid anything serious. And like I said, I was really happy with how the body felt, and so that's the biggest plus coming off of this race.
Other than the strain you were dealing with, how are you feeling this year? Heading into Paris here. I mean, it feels like every year, the last few years, has been a major championship year. So how is this one compared to the last few?
Yeah, I think I'm a lot happier with how training is going. Other than these last 2 weeks, things have been really good. We've really put a focus on figuring out the summer. I think that I've always done really well indoor. I've done really well at the trials, and then sometimes I fizzle out a bit towards the end of the year. So we're really keeping the training high, and I'm feeling a lot stronger. So I'm happy with where that's at. I think that I wish it would have translated a little better today, but I got 14 weeks to the Olympic trials, and I've made the last 3 teams, and I have a lot of faith in Dathan's plan to get us back on the Olympic team. I guess I don't have the standard now for either the 5 or the 10. I'll race a 5K, at least one 5K before the trials. But I think the world ranking, maybe that will be all right in the 10K. We'll see, but probably will not run another 10K before the trials.
So you just kind of top 3, and then hope ranking is where it needs to be.
Yeah. I believe as of now is in the ranking quota, and I think today, even though I didn't place very well, 27:09 is probably worth a good bit of points, and hopefully that'll get me in. But yeah, you never know. It's hard.
So when you look back to the last 3 years and the teams you've made, you mentioned the end of the season's been more of a challenge for you. What else are you taking from those experiences and looking to try to make the team in Paris?
Yeah, just realizing how important your health is. I think that in Budapest last year, I wasn't healthy on the starting line, and in a 10K, you just really can't push through an injury. And so that's why even today, Dathan said, if you're thinking about an injury on the starting line, just don't push through it. You're not going to race well. And so that was something that we had to be really smart with going into this race. But yeah, no, I was so happy with how the body felt. 5 miles, I felt amazing. And then it was when things went, I just think the sharpness the last 2 to 3 weeks that I wasn't so much able to do might have shown a little bit. But yeah, I mean, to run 27:09, I mean, I'm happy with all things considered, I'm happy with it.
You mentioned 5K in the future this season. Where will that be?
Yeah, probably LA. I've gone to Oslo the last 2 years, but I think that before the Olympic trials, it's a little close to travel over to Europe, so I'll probably look for something domestic. Just try and knock out 13:05. I feel pretty confident I can do that. Just missed it in Boston, but I was dealing with sickness there, and so it kind of sucks to have 3 races now to start the year where it's things been feeling so amazing in some of the training, and so many things have been positive, and then just the race days, I will take today as a huge positive, but indoor now, just dealing with sickness for the 2 weeks that I was racing was very disappointing. But yeah, no, I'll look for something domestic to get that standard.
Yeah, hitting times that are close to your best when you're not at your best has got to be at least a good sign.
Yeah, no, totally. And that's why I take a lot of positive from today, even though seeing those guys run under 27 was amazing. But yeah, it's about racing at the trials, and that's something I've been very good at the last 3 years.
Well, Joe, good to see you out here tonight. We look forward to that 5K coming up. And,
yeah, thank you.
And then the trials.
Yes, sir.
Thanks.